Government leaders have agreed to impose digital currencies and digital ID cards on their people, despite concerns that governments might use them to monitor their people's spending and suppress dissent. You may have heard about Trudeau's plane being delayed leaving India. He was there for the G20 summit. Last week, Trudeau and the other G20 leaders announced that they would build the infrastructure to implement digital currencies and IDs. According to the group, international regulations for cryptocurrencies are already being discussed, but say that no talk of banning cryptocurrency occurred at the summit. It is feared that governments and central banks will eventually regulate cryptocurrencies and then replace them with central bank digital currencies, which lack the same privacy and security as cryptocurrencies. For more information on the nightmare scenario of CBDCs, see my recent interview with Brett Oland, CEO of Bow Valley Credit Union. Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that discussions are underway to build a global framework to regulate crypto assets because they believe that cryptocurrencies can't be regulated efficiently without total international cooperation. India's G20 presidency has put on the table key issues related to regulating or understanding that there should be a framework for handling issues related to crypto assets, Ms. Sitharaman said before the G20 gathering. Building digital public infrastructure, digital economy, crypto assets, and CBDCs were among the top items discussed at the New Delhi summit. Canada was one of 4 original members of the G20, signing on in 2010. Stephen Harper was Prime Minister at the time. On Tuesday, Substack blogger and economist Michelle Chossudovsky released a report on 2 Pfizer study documents. As a public document, Pfizer's full-year revenues report evaluates the company's impressive financial performance. It is also intended to be consulted by potential investors, reported by financial analysts, and discussed in the media. Second is Pfizer's confidential report, which was released in October 2021 under Freedom of Information. It shows the performance of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. It wasn't supposed to be seen, and mainstream media didn't report it. That study, funded by Pfizer, showed that 3 doses for kids resulted in lower resistance to COVID-19 over unvaccinated children. An upward trend in adverse events and mortality worldwide, affecting 8 billion people, is causally related to Pfizer's record of $100.3 billion in revenues for the year 2022. What is the correlation? Chossudovsky says it's Statistics 101. By enforcing the mRNA vaccine by national governments around the world, a tremendous amount of money is generated by this upward trend in mortality and morbidity. The evidence is overwhelming. This is the largest vaccine program in history that targets 8 billion people in the entire world. As of September 13th, 2023, approximately 13.6 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been administered. 75% of the world's population have received at least 2 doses.